Hey everybody, we are here talking about the season premiere of Lethal Weapon, the TV show. I mean, what more can you ask for when it comes to my favorite movie made into a TV show? You guys are not even ready for this. See you after the opening.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, I just need to let that music sink in.
Right?
So excited to talk about this.
Right?
Hey guys, you are here talking about Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot for Lethal Weapon, the TV show. Holy crap. Before we get into all of this crazy stuff, hi, I'm Alexis Torres. You can find me all over social media where all shenanigans will ensue at Torres890, and I cannot do this alone because I need a partner. I need a Murtaugh.
Hey. It's your boy, Kelli Boyt, also known as Chaos J. You can find me on Twitter, KAAOSJ. And let's get it started.
Oh my god. So, guys, you guys don't know this, but Kelli and I have the same taste in movies because we loved. I don't care what any of you guys say.
That franchise
is amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone just got better than the next one.
Yep, and it's all in, and I think Lethal Weapon 2 and 3 I think are on Netflix right now, or at least just the first. No, I was right, on Netflix right now. So I was like, must do a full marathon.
Add that to that list.
Yes. So, but I know we have a lot to talk about. So don't forget, guys, hit us up on iTunes. You can find our new show starting up. It probably won't be there right away, but it will definitely be here after this episode. Definitely comment, check out the live chat, which I have up for me here, and just get buckled in, because it's going to be a doozy, and I'm so excited. So we start off with Riggs driving through El Paso, Texas on some crazy car chase, and immediately you already know who it is, because the fact that there was a bullet that went right through his shirt, and he's just like, my wife's going to kill me, and I was like, yep, we're already getting close. I love Riggs. He's my favorite. So he gets a call from his wife saying that she's going into labor, but he's also kind of dealing with bad guys right now. I don't know if anyone was expecting the twist unless you saw the trailers and things like that, but sadly enough, his wife got into an accident and lost the baby and his wife during that. First, it was like the first 2 minutes. I'm already bawling. How did you feel?
For me, okay. Now, for those of you
here we go.
that watched the original Lethal Weapon, you kind of already know his wife's not really going to make it. We don't know how she's going to go, but she's not going to be around.
Yeah, because that's what makes
Riggs. If you are familiar. Now, if you're not familiar,
please,
then yeah, you're going to get hit with a doozy, kind of like Up. That's the first thing I thought about, because the first time I watched the movie Up, I had no idea where it was going, and I was like, why am I bawling, grown man, bawling in tears by myself, don't judge me because I'm watching Up by myself, at home, bawling in the first 20 minutes of this movie. And they pretty much followed that same formula with the show, but it set the tone, so I thought it was really great. For me, it sets the tone, and it, without spelling it out, it kind of gives you a little insight as to why Riggs is just kind of like a recluse.
Yeah, which makes sense because, I mean, he lost everything in one setting, and it was supposed to be like the happiest day of his life, or second happiest day of his life, and it's just, but I mean, I knew about that. We knew there was going to be a major death in order to get Riggs to his snapping point, but just seeing it though,
it's still right, because I wasn't expecting that one, but then once she got in the car, I was like, okay, I see where this is going, guys. You guys aren't right. But it hit you. I love the way this thing it didn't start off slow. It immediately kickstart. It starts in the fifth gear right out the gate. That's what I'm talking about, because that's what I expect from anything under the Lethal Weapon umbrella. You can't start off slow. I don't do slow burns when it comes to Lethal Weapon.
I don't know, but sorry, just trying to think of all the crazy surprises that you and I got to see in this episode. If you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it. But anyway, so obviously I loved seeing the slow-mo of him slowly kind of losing his sanity at that point in time, because it looked like he was extremely happy, and then he went into a shocked and then just immediate crying. And I love how it cuts 6 months later into Murtaugh sitting there tapping away, listening to his heartbeat. And if you didn't know, he just had heart surgery because he I love how you pointed that out, that you had no idea that this was happening. He actually had a heart attack while his wife was giving birth, which I thought
Right.
was just a great way to circle all back around when it comes to their comparisons. But I actually like that it's Damon Wayans, right?
Right.
That he actually has a little bit of Danny Glover's mannerisms already from the Lethal Weapon movies. Like just the way that his pacing of his lines and how he has just that face of just Danny Glover, just like, I hate everything.
Right, yeah,
I'm just tired of everyone's crap.
I'm too old for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was
And they
trying to
even dropped
avoid
that
it.
in there. They did. It was nice. It was nice.
I love that. And I love how they didn't have to say the complete line. It was clearly understood. So, also his wife's going to be my favorite, I think.
Yeah, his wife seems pretty cool.
Also, can we talk about how hot she is? I mean,
Right?
I was just like,
No diss to the original, but
No, she was amazing.
She
but
was.
I think that she can hold a candle next to.
oh, definitely
Mrs.
all
Murtaugh.
day. Yeah, his wife is fine.
Oh my god.
Not fine.
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 Oh my god.
FYNE, all caps.
I love how as soon as we get like their relationship, he's already asking for some favors. Birthday
Right?
favors.
Hey, I mean, but it's my man's birthday. He turned the big 5-0.
Yeah, he deserves a little
So
bit of
granted,
loving.
I mean, he should get loving on a regular basis,
Yes.
but I mean, on a birthday,
it's supposed to be special.
take care of your man.
And so, sadly enough, he got baby blocked by his newborn baby, which I thought
Yeah.
was interesting because
Right.
they brought up their age. She's 42 and he's 50, so it's quite late in the game to be having a newborn child, but still, she's still banging for someone who just had a kid. Just saying. Goddamn. Anyway, so he's on his first day back from being on leave for his heart attack and heart surgery. Immediately, everyone's super happy. Then he gets called into the captain's office, who used to be his old partner. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me because I'm one of those people that is overthinking everything that I watch in TV. I don't like this captain. He gives me weird vibes. I feel like he's a dirty cat. I don't know.
I don't know if he's a dirty cap. I think he's going to be the typical captain that we see in all these movies, more so in the throwback 80s and 90s movies,
Okay.
where you always had the angry captain or the angry chief.
I'm fine with that.
I think that's where he's going with it, but just a slightly tweaked, newer version.
Okay.
He's okay. I mean, obviously, he's not necessarily supposed to be our favorite.
Well, yeah.
He's not my favorite.
No.
But I mean, I don't hate the guy, but it's just like if you know your guys, then you give them a little bit of extra leeway. So hopefully we're going to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming later on down the road, if I wasn't using my weird spidey senses of like, I don't like you, that maybe it'll start to kind of, grease him up is not a good phrase, but you know what I mean. But it'll
Right.
just ease through everything, and he'll just be that angry, just like, oh, you're costing me so much money, you dang people. Anyway, so we find out that Murtaugh has a new partner. We already know who it
And
is.
of course, he doesn't want a new partner.
Nope, right off the gate.
As goes all cop movies.
Every single one, every TV show, movie, anything.
I don't want a new partner.
I work by myself.
I work better alone.
I know, that lone wolf Murtaugh. And we find out that there's a robbery down the way, and that's where he first meets Riggs.
Like
Now-
10 minutes in.
No, like
again.
he just walked into the precinct.
Right.
And it's like, robbery, go.
But I'm saying 10 minutes into the show, and we've already got a hot desert chase.
Yep.
With a car flip. Mm-hmm. And then we're right into BAM. Bank robbery.
Bank robbery. Like full with hostages and like
explosives.
Yeah, all of it.
Funky mask.
Yeah.
It was good. So go ahead.
It was intense. I liked the pacing of the episode, especially in the first 10 minutes, because of the fact that it was already intense.
Right.
Immediately right out the gate.
Right.
And so obviously Riggs goes in. I love how he's just holding a bunch of box of pieces. Just
Right.
whatever.
And then you gotta wonder, did he kind of know, because he went out on that call, so did he kind of know, like, yo, this is my move, and he got the pizzas ahead of time, or did he buy the pizzas from a delivery man that was going somewhere else and was like, yo, give me your pizzas, I'm a cop, do it.
Give me your pizzas.
Run those pizzas, homie. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think of those things. I'm like,
No.
where did he get the pizzas from?
No.
Like, was he driving to the bank robbery? Like, yo, like, this is my move right here. I'm gonna grab some pizzas on the way. You want something to drink? You want some Gatorade? You thirsty? But I want to know. But
funny.
if I can take over real
Yes,
quick,
please.
I love how you get through. I want you to handle the bank details, but I love how you get, you know, when he walks out, he's got the slice of pizza in his hand.
Oh, I know.
And then he's like, you know, hey, Martin Riggs, nice to meet you. We're going to make a great team.
Yeah, no, I love how he actually had to wipe his hand first.
Right.
Oh, I don't want to get pizza grease on you.
Right. Hey, Martin Riggs, nice to meet you. We're going to make a great team. Just like we're going to make a great team. Boom.
Oh, I like it.
Lethal Weapon after show.
Yay.
Right here.
I'm so happy. But no, there wasn't too much. I don't want to dwell too much on that because there was a lot more meat in this episode than just the bank robbery. But yeah, pretty much we saw a little bit. I didn't get to touch on it with Riggs obviously going through his depression of losing his wife and been drinking and not doing very well and contemplating suicide. So it made this next scene intense because he pretty much took the gun from the robber and like pushed it into his forehead and was like, don't miss. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And of course he took care of everybody. Explosion went off and Lethal Weapon, the title screen came up and I was like, yep, I like this show. This is happening.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's just as good as the movies.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Vern C in the chat actually said they actually play up the Texas aspect. Can't talk, guys. Riggs was also wearing boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he continued that throughout the complete episode, which I loved.
He did.
So good eye on that one because I missed that. So obviously we had the bank robbery, and now we're getting into this next case pretty much that comes up where we had a body that showed up. It looks like it was right near it was in Griffith Park, I guess.
Right.
I love that it's in LA, guys. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm like, I know where all this stuff
I've been there.
Yep. And it looks like it was a suicide, but according to Riggs, it seemed like it was staged. And and so they decided to go see the family to find out what was going on. And obviously I think he was a soldier. I think.
Right. He was a vet. He was a veteran. So I don't think they said what branch he was in. Naturally, I just assume Army.
Yeah, me too.
Army or Marines, one of the two.
Yeah. If not, tell us in the chat because I have no idea.
Let us know.
But yeah, he took the dog tags and he took it back to the wife and his kid and told them what happened. And apparently, I think his name was Alvarez. They're about to pack up and leave.
Yeah, they're going to Arizona.
Yeah, to start a whole new life with their son, and just all of a sudden,
a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, right? And I'm like,
yeah, because I'm pretty sure he paid for that house cash.
Yeah, and so we find out that he actually has a job as he got out of the Army the Marines for whatever. Oh, they said SEALs, so he was in the Navy.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right. Thank you. See, and this is why we love our fans that we just got. Nice to meet you, fans.
It's nice
We're
to have
here
you
for
guys
you.
in here.
We appreciate you.
Placebo Jones, Gillian Radpour, and Vern C. So far, you guys are awesome.
Boom.
Thank you. So he was in the SEALs, and so he was out for, I can't remember if it was for an injury or he was just out for whatever reason, and then I think it was for medical leave, and then he stopped taking his anti-anxiety pills, and he got a new job as a security for somewhere by the port.
He stopped taking the Klonopin.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, just like, hey, we're moving. We're moving to Arizona.
But he had liked his job. That's the one thing she said was like he really liked his job, and she said like something about it kind of made him feel like a soldier again.
Yeah. And Veronica. Sorry, Veronica. I missed her in the chat. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. So they decided to go check out his work. See what's going on down at the port, and so we get there, and apparently they're dealing with imports.
Yeah, they're imports.
Yeah,
and apparently in their workspace, they like to drift and do donuts.
And I was like, I feel
must be nice.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like that's a bit much. Shouldn't you not be doing that with new cars that are coming in that you're supposed to be giving them to people who are going to be buying?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Please don't do donuts in the car before I buy it.
Yeah, please. I would appreciate it. No Ferris Bueller's Day
Only
off.
I get to do those.
So there's a guy that was walking by. I love how it went instant slow-mo immediately. And Riggs noticed a skull tattoo, I believe.
I'm not sure if it was a skull tattoo, but it was basically a Juarez...
Yeah, it was a
affiliated cartel tattoo, so he recognized it.
Yes, and so he, in his Riggs fashion, decided to go over there and just chat him up, just talk.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Nothing too
What's
crazy.
good?
And then Apparently he thought maybe he didn't speak English, so he started speaking in Spanish, and then just straight up grabbed a crowbar, started
Bam,
tried to take a swing at him, and obviously he did not like that. But then all of a sudden, just 2 security guards in suits, not regular security guards, come out, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a cop," and they didn't put their guns down, and he's like, does that not work?
Nothing?
Nothing at all.
Okay.
And that was my red flag of like, ooh, these guys are bad guys. I'm so excited. So obviously, he takes care of the security guards. The guy gets away and gets into a car, and we get into another car chase.
What?
How did you feel about this car chase?
It was a pretty good car chase. I liked that they still stuck to some of the things that they set up in the early on in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So while they're in the car chase, Murtaugh's in it, but at the same time he's still like, oh, my heart rate's going up. I can't get, I got to keep my stress levels down. And you can see that he's a little hesitant.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's still there.
Yeah.
He's still going through the motions, but you can see like he's still just a little like, I'm not. Like he's not all in.
Yeah.
He's close, but he's not all in.
Yeah, he's still defensive. Like,
Right. He's still a little hesitant. He's still a little reluctant. Again, man had a heart attack in the delivery room, but at the same time, I don't blame him, because when you're 49 about to have a brand new baby that you did not plan for.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
to say
that is heart attack worthy.
Yeah, no, especially with Murtaugh, because he's just one of those guys that something just comes out of nowhere. It's like, nope, that's it, floored, I'm done. I'm just gonna
exactly.
get my hands of it, I'm out.
But yeah, the car chase was great. Again, the pacing was really good with this, and the action, and that's one of the things that I'm going to tune in for, because that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. No, and they did a really good balance of it. The dialogue was hilarious, getting their banter back and forth of him going, "Oh, you okay? Here, you slide under me and I'll get over." He's like, "No, don't touch me. I'm driving."
I like the fact that there was that instant chemistry, and I know some people are going to judge that and be like, "Oh, well, that's that's the part that was cheesy." But there are, we've seen it in relationships. Some of us have probably experienced it, whether it's relationships with friends, or with soon to be boyfriend and girlfriends or whatever. Some people you have it, even if it's not necessarily all roses and cherries. You still have that, even if it's back and forth banter. You still have that vibe, that chemistry, and I love that. That even though they were still getting to know each other, they were still just bam, bam, bam. They were back and forth with it. It was quick. I liked it.
No, and I thought, and that was the whole point of loving Lethal Weapon in the first place, especially the movie, because you're like, these guys are not going to get, oh no, they actually do get along, but not get along at the same time.
The yin to the yang.
Yeah, man, and I love it.
All day in that thing.
So they finally, so Riggs jumps out of the car, well, mostly just because Murtaugh hit the brakes. He jumped out of the car, landed on top of the culprit's car, and he crashes it. And then this is the part where Kelly and I were like, wait,
whoa!
What? So,
I was like, what?
So pretty much the culprit comes out, and he's all disheveled because he was knocked out by
And he's kind of backing up,
Yeah,
he's kind of retreating, and they're trying to tell him, like, stop.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, just meow.
Bus.
Done.
In your face. Gone.
Was anybody else expecting that? Because
No.
I think it was in the trailer. I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't watch that.
It was in the trailer, but
It was so much
usually when I watch things, I always look for the clips that I see in the trailer. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I completely forgot about that, so I did not see that coming. As he's backing up, I'm thinking, he's gonna back up. They're gonna tackle him. They're gonna get questions and answers and blah blah blah.
Nope.
No.
Nothing.
He got hit by a bus in the face.
So and the funny thing is, it goes straight to commercial after that, and you're like, what am I supposed to do after that? And then we cut back to the captain, pretty much berating, and he's like, what happened? Well, you see, and just the explanation.
What had happened was
beautiful, and I loved it. Also, I forgot to mention my favorite line in the show was earlier when we first got to meet the captain, when Damon Wayans' character was just kind of slipping on the chair, and he's like, this is the most uncomfortable chair I've ever sat in. Sorry. But yes, hashtag in the face. Thanks, Steve. So clearly, Captain's like, you're off the case. Typical cop fashion of like,
you're reassigned.
Yeah, you're reassigned. You're gonna get your wish, Murtaugh. We're done. We're done here. And I didn't know where he was at, but he was real fancy. He was wearing a tux, and I was like, was there a ball or something that you were just having to, whatever. So clearly they...
Maybe that's how he gets down in the late night.
Hey, man. Good for
Hey.
him. You're allowed to look nice in whatever you feel. But it was interesting because we got our first, technically, like, part of the climax of having our partners argue for the first time. Doing personal jabs at each other. Where pretty much Riggs told him, Murtaugh, you could just stop being cop. It's cool.
Right?
Yeah, you're out.
Like, he said, like, you're scared. Like, you're scared to die.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, no, I'm not scared. You know, he's like, yeah, actually I am. And then he said, are you scared to die? And he's like, no.
Well, yeah. I mean, but again, these guys don't know what happened to each other in their lives.
Right. They still don't know the background yet.
Yes. So, cut back to...
Oh, wait.
Oh.
And then don't forget the line. He says
Go for it.
there's enough good people out there. Go be one of them.
And I was just like, what?
What?
I was like, that's hella rude. 1, 2.
You don't know me.
Yeah, I was like, there you go. I was like, you don't know his life?
You don't know me.
What's happening? Get out of here. But the great thing is we cut to the next scene of Murtaugh and Mrs. Murtaugh having dinner with their kids. Also, I understand the struggle because I have 2 teenage brothers, and they're in that phase of just earbuds, just tuning out the world, and I'm just like, I'm trying to tell you to do something. Please go do it. And they don't. So I understand your pain, buddy. But they're cooking dinner and they're talking about repayment and trying to leave off where they left off this morning. And guess who rings the doorbell?
Ding dong.
It's Riggs.
That's right.
He came to apologize, and he also found some other scoops about the case, which is blanking on my brain space right now. But pretty much they were going to go down to the coroner's office to go check out the body. But then Mrs. Murtaugh comes in, and she's like, oh, hi, who are you? I'm Martin Riggs. And she pretty much, I love how he was like, oh, I'm going to go. I ate last week. I'm good.
Right.
But I love that she just was like, no.
No,
Put
come on in.
And like, it wasn't even just like a come on in. She was like, grabbed his arm and was like, yeah, we're having dinner. Come, no.
Yeah, like, of course.
Yep. As living in a Filipino family, that's like you don't take no for an answer. If
Right.
you're at our house and you're just hanging out, you're going to get fed and you're going to like it.
That's awesome.
That's how that works. So we get to see the Murtaugh family, which is what I love about actually all the Lethal Weapon movies, is that Riggs was always super close.
Right.
To the Murtaugh
Right. They pretty
family.
much just bring him right in the fold, and he becomes one of the family.
Yeah, immediately.
And then just like you said, immediately we get to see, you know, a little bit of bonding and a little bit of building between, you know, between Riggs and Murtaugh, and then, you know, with his family, you know, as he's kind of jumping on the daughter's side for a couple things, and he's giving tips to the son. And
I love that whole military talk. That was rough, but it made sense. It was just like, well, I mean, if you want to see your best friend's head blown off, you know, if that's for you, then go for it. If you want to do it to defy,
sign up.
Yeah, if you want to defy your parents, go backpack in Thailand. It'll be great. Yeah. And of course, we found out that the daughter had a little bit of weed with her. And I just love like Damon Wayans' face. He's like, what? Huh? What is this? And she's like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And I'm just like, how do you have the cojones to sit there with a cop dad? And I think the wife is also in some sort of...
she's a prosecutor.
Yes. I'm like, how do you think that that's actually a good idea to bring weed?
Yeah, no. Not having that conversation.
Nope. I was like, come on now. Be better about this.
I still tell my parents, no, I've never done. I don't even drink.
I know, my grandmother thinks I don't drink, and I'm like, I'm 26. Come on, get it together, Grandma. Anyway, but we get to see little baby Murtaugh. He's super cute. Oh my God, that baby was saying Dada, and I almost lost my mind. He obviously Riggs got to talk about his wife because Mrs. Murtaugh saw the ring on his finger. And
she asked about kids and you know about his wife.
Yes, and said that she passed away. Just a jab kind of at Murtaugh because.
But that's after he kind of set Murtaugh up for the fail, because you know he let Murtaugh say crack a joke about the fact that his wife wasn't there anymore.
Low blow, buddy.
Yeah.
Low blow.
Yeah.
You guys
He walked right into that.
You guys are not even that close yet. Let's keep the personal stuff out of the way, okay? But yeah, so he goes upstairs and they talk, and you know, Murtaugh apologizes for his comment, and he's like, nah, it's okay, you didn't know, and also I just wanted to see you suffer, it's cool. And he gives the baby to Riggs, and we get to see for the first time kind of his not vulnerable stage, but you can clearly tell that he was happy that this was happening, but at the same time he had
right. It makes me a little sad. And
yeah.
Right, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Michelle D. I hate when people show up unexpectedly. Yes, I don't like unexpected.
Right? I need you to call before you come.
Yeah, I don't like
Don't
it.
just pop up over.
No, it's true. I just, if you're gonna call me if you're on the way, I'll be like, whoa, wait, how far are you? You turn around and I will call you when I'm ready, because I'm not ready.
Well, because and not even that. Sometimes your house is not guest ready, so it's like, don't just call me and be like, "Oh, I'm downstairs," because I don't need you to see if I got laundry that I didn't fold
you got all
yet.
your dirty drawers all over the place.
Right? Like, I don't,
Come on.
I just finished eating and I haven't cleared off my plates from the TV tray in the living room. I don't need all that.
I want to be in my pajamas, or some people they go in full birthday suit. So it's like, hey, you're just gonna knock on my door, you're gonna see some crazy stuff.
Hey.
Not me personally. I know some people. But anyway, so they leave. Murtaugh gets to go get his car keys to go look at the coroner's office, and we find out that there wasn't any pressure from the gun onto his temple. So pretty much to show that he was shot from some sort of distance.
Right.
It wasn't pressed up against like a normal suicide. So he goes to the house to find out, Riggs goes to Alvarez's house to find out more information. Wife tells him to go away. And we find out that she's actually being watched, and not baby Alvarez, but Alvarez's son was taken by said bad guys. And immediately Riggs goes, oh, it's time to save the day. That is my job. This is what I'm doing. So just goes back to his, I guess, trailer? Was it a trailer?
Yeah, actually it was. It was a trailer.
And does a little bit of cleaning himself and grabs a few weapons that he needs, and Murtaugh shows up and is like, what's going on over here? What you doing? And pretty much explains what happens. I forgot specifically what led them back to work. Oh, it was the guard that we met when we first got to the port.
That was like he was like the top guard, like the supervisor. He claimed that he didn't even know Alvarez, and really we find out he knew
totally
Alvarez
did.
very well.
Yep. So apparently they've worked together at one point, and also they decided to take the drugs that were happening because Mrs. Alvarez talked about how they called with a ransom saying, please bring the heroin that your husband stole. We need it back or your son dies, pretty much. And so, excuse me, we get a typical Riggs whistling on his way to, well, sorry, before we get to that, he handcuffed Murtaugh to the trailer.
Yeah. Well, because again, he told him, you're a family man, you don't need to do this. You don't need this. You don't need to do this. And for me, I felt like it was a lot of a tug of war with Riggs. 1 minute he's pushing Murtaugh away, like, look, you're a family man, maybe this isn't for you anymore.
Right.
Maybe it's time to go ahead and hang it up. But then at the same time, he's also kind of pulling him back in and pulling him, when he drops by the house, like, yo, I got some more clues. I got a few leads. Let's follow up on it. I felt like that was him pulling him back in because he wants that partnership, and he wants that. Even though he might try and fight it, at the end of the day, he wants that partnership, and we're going to see that they need each other. They're the yin. It's the yin and the yang, and they work very well together. So
and we clearly see this in this next scene. So we don't have a lot of time, so I want to jump through it real quick. So Rick shows up, ready to just blow everybody away.
Do his thing.
Yep. And I love how they're just already in their bad guy stances. Have you noticed that? I was like, did you know it was happening, or were you just standing like that before we got there? That was so weird.
It was choreographed.
Okay, they were like, okay, all right, guys, we gotta get ready. Here we go. And cute guy. And so they have a little bit of an exchange, and pretty much he puts his gun down because they're like, if you do anything, we'll kill him right here in front of you. But he's like, I don't care what you guys do. I just want the 12-year-old boy. I don't want anything else. Just want him. And so he puts the gun down, and we think that it's going to get really intense, and then...
because the tension is thick. You can cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
And then... Can I...
No, please.
Murtaugh bust in with the truck. Bad Boys 2 Will Smith style is the only way I can compare it, because he literally comes in blazing out the truck window and then does the spin move, shooting all the other bad guys, and then comes to a stop.
Yeah.
Like, say what?
Yeah, that was it.
That was crazy dope. I loved it. I was like, yes, that is how you come through for your partner, for your homie. Give me some.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that his heart is still okay. Clearly.
I'm just saying, if I'm in that situation, I'm gonna need you to bust through with
It's
the
gonna
gun,
happen.
popping out the window, and then say some cool line. Like, I mean, I need that.
I don't know. I'll have to figure out a line, but I will definitely do that because I've always wanted to do that. Not kill people, just bust through some
But
warehouse.
if they're bad guys, it's okay. They don't really die. They just go to bad guy jail.
There you go. That's exactly how my grandma told it. So we get the kid, and they come out, and then all of a sudden, Riggs gets shot in the shoulder immediately. There's a sniper. I've played a lot of first-person shooter games. Those suck. I don't care who you are. I hate people who camp and just... I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole different rant. And they're pretty much trying to figure out how to save... I guess his name is Oscar. Oscar, the kid, and also they only have one shot left in the handgun, while this guy has a scope. Crazy. So he walks out and he's waiting, but I didn't know what he was going to do. Did you think that he was actually going to shoot the shooter? Right off the gate, Murtaugh?
I thought he was going to try, but then I saw how that light was kind of blinding his vision, so he couldn't really get a good, line him up in his sights. So I kept thinking, okay, well, what is he going to do? And then I saw that he saw the gun was there by his feet, and I was like, is he really going to have enough time to, just do a slide move and just slide in there and get it? So yeah, I didn't see what came next because just the way everything was situated, I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't know.
So again, if you didn't see, Murtaugh shoots Riggs in the foot, like full. You can see the and
messed up those nice boots.
Oh man, I felt really bad. And then he falls down to the ground, grabs his gun, and shoots the sniper. And it
was so well coordinated and choreographed. You would have thought that they said, "Look, you go out there. I'm gonna shoot you in the foot. You fall down and get the gun, shoot the bad guy. He falls off the roof. Everybody goes home." Because it's like, again, like the way they were already on the same wave, and like, okay, cool. Like, he didn't fuss about the foot. He just, bam, oh, I'm down. Grab the gun. Pow, pow. Like, it was like he knew, like, oh, okay, like, this was part of the plan. I was supposed to get shot in my pinky toe today.
No, like, that was take straight out of any action movie you can think of. Especially, I think the first one I thought of was Speed, the movie Speed, when he shoots him.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, I think also, like, from I think the last Die Hard movie was also that, too. But anyway, so... the kid's fine. I think he's gonna need a lot of therapy after looking at some dude that just got shot in the foot. Also, can we talk about how Lethal Weapon actually showed the guy falling from the top of the building and actually crashing onto the ground?
Hey.
I was like, whoa. No, for real. I was like,
hey,
what?
Lethal Weapon is bringing you that raw.
I like
with
it.
a little dose of comedy and, and action and all that extra stuff.
I love it. I think the show's
It's just a bag of awesomeness. We love this show.
So... wrap up the episode in a giant bow, more of a sexy bow. We come back to Murtaugh in a robe, ready to go with his lady, who's looking mighty fine in a lingerie outfit. And guess who?
Ding dong, ding dong.
Well, that dang door, curse that door. And it's Riggs. He came to apologize and say congratulations on figuring out the case. He bought a bottle of wine. Mrs. Murtaugh comes back downstairs and she's like, oh, hi, did you invite him in? Oh, no, he didn't do that. He had me standing out here the entire time. Well, that's rude. And
Come
then
on in.
I'm not interrupting, am I? No, not at all. There's always 60. And he's like, 60?
Yeah.
And that was also a very Danny Glover thing to do, where he was just repeating the same thing over. And that was the pilot of Lethal Weapon. Thoughts on just your last few thoughts on the episode, the pilot?
In as a whole, I thought it was better than what everyone else that I told that I would be talking about this show said.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for trailers. A lot of times I'm let down, a lot of times I'm not. And just off of the trailers 2 months ago, I was like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be amazing. So they didn't let me down. I thought it was really good. They clearly there's a lot of room for growth.
Yes.
There's a lot of development that we're going to get to see, and we're going to see these characters grow.
It's just the pilot, guys. Just the pilot.
So it's just going to get better. So if you watched and you're like, stay with it. Trust me. I have a feeling it's just going to get better and better and better.
And who doesn't want to see these faces every week? When we talk
Hello?
about explosions,
Hello?
sexy wives,
Bam.
and cops and murders.
And
I mean,
what?
Come on.
And chicken for dinner.
And
Holla.
chicken for dinner. Oh my goodness. Is there anything from the movies that you would like to see in here? I was agreeing with the chat where I wanted to bring the condom commercial. I want that
we need
so
that.
bad.
We
I
need
want
that
because
throwback.
she's not as old as she is like she is in the movies, the daughter, but I would love for her to be like, yeah, I want to act and stuff, and then just be
Right,
totally in that
right.
condom commercial. It would be great.
Yeah. For me, I think
Any movie, any of the Lethal Weapon movies that you can think of.
I really like the chemistry with him and Rene Russo in Lethal Weapon 2.
Yeah,
was
that
it
was
2 or
pretty
3? I think it started in 3.
I think it started in 3.
Yeah, so
I could be wrong.
I want to see that. I want Riggs needs a girl. And
would like that
I
very
would like
much.
for them to maybe skip past, him losing a couple chicks and just
Yeah.
get straight to him finding like a cool chick that's,
I think
maybe
it's
she's a
gonna
cop.
I think it's gonna be the therapist.
Maybe she's kind of badass. Maybe.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be.
She's
the
still
therapist.
low key, the sister from Fast and Furious in my eyes,
Yeah,
but
I know. It's rough. But so that was pretty much our predictions because we're low on time. We're going to talk more about it.
AfterBuzz
Thank you.
TV prediction.
So we saw the trailer for next week. We saw how much it cost for all the damage that they did. Can you say our number for us?
it was $1,483,955 worth of damage. That's right.
Holy
Your
crap.
boys got busy.
Yes. But I am super excited to see where the rest of this season decides to go because I think it can only go up from here for sure.
All the way up.
And I want to know what you guys thought because we loved hearing all of your stuff in the chat, but I want to make sure that you guys tune in every week with me and Kelly to, tell us how the season goes because we want to know what you guys think. Also, don't forget, hit that iTunes up, give us 5 or 4 stars because the other stars do not work. Leave us a comment. I'll read it out live on the air with the two of us.
Hit me up on Twitter.
Where can they find you?
They can find me at KaosJ, KAAOSJ.
And you can find me all over social media at Torres890. I'm sorry, guys, that we had to wrap it up so quickly, but it's okay because we have crazy stuff happening next week. Guys, we'll see you then. Stay safe. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.